Hello, I'm XYZard, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Tell me where the shot came from. Oh, wait a minute. Should be over here then. Did we talk to her about it yet or no? Do we have to? I think I should. Just a key, right?
Be careful out there.
Okay, I did. I just forgot. All right, let's go.
A skiff with a small steering engine. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle. Have you made all the necessary preparations? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
Not ready yet. What else? Well, she's not around anymore.
The skiff.
All right, I guess I am near the end.
Remember what?
What? Fine. Let's blast Sad FM then.
Sad FM is a radio station specializing in sad slope.
There we go. I actually get to hold the boombox. That's awesome.
Want to be free. Want to be free.
How far away is that island? Oh, the places I couldn't reach from before that I saw off in the distance. That was just from that. Okay.
Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever.
Come on. Can I just get the boat on the shore? It's not exactly like it's a heavy boat, I would imagine, that we can't move a bit. Well, geez, I guess we're just chilling a little bit.
Want to be free.
Dun, dun.
Want to be free. It will last forever.
Dun, dun, dun. I can't even pause this. Do 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 do. I should have at least tried that check before I came in. Oh, well, I guess I'll save that for my Madman run, which I think I will eventually do the other, at least one of the other characters, or oh yeah, types.
Want to be free. Eternity.
Disco Inferno.
The boat comes to a slow stop. In the silence, a sputter. Let's go.
Climb out. Makeshift bridge. Wow.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
Uh-huh.
Ah, yes, so it seems. For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
As a defensive measure, lock it off that side of the bay.
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol.
All right. Old tires. Great. Probably should have spent more money too. Oh well. Inflammable. I think they mean flammable. Well, I have only one bullet now. That sucks. Impress myself.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea. The flock of quail departs, now more than 100 meters
Letters.
away. 102, 105. On the islet, there is almost no wind, just the light movement of air through the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline. Long dried leaves chafing against each other.
I also just realized that I didn't find out about. I guess yeah, that one was forfeited then. The Did I do that one?
Like a silent orchestra of great importance to the few who attend.
Yes?
Momentarily, the sounds are swept away.
I have. Is that why we're stopping?
I have to listen to one more thing.
Lieutenant nods in silence. A low hum. The air slowly moves.
To the
a
west.
silent hiss. The
east.
faraway roar of the air
Further
flows
north.
out of a flake of snow called a mamadakwa.
Oh, that's what it is. Cold de Mamadakwa. I see him. Stairs are gone. Gotta go in this way. Guess no going that way. Armament rest. Visual calculus. Bing. Let's be a pretty well-rounded smarty. Rangefinder. Am I supposed to sleep here?
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
A flash of pain interrupts you, making you wince.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use... Yes, anytime.
You don't have to be a hero. The greasy old...
The offer still stands.
You face the concrete wall. There's less light there. The blanket feels cold. It's someone else's blanket, and the room is all concrete and cold.
Sleep is merciful this time, brother. Not too deep. Lit by the
Okay, reptile brain.
continuous sound of the sea outside.
Okay.
And a little something in there. A sensation. A bow drawn across a string. Something small and crustacean-like.
Crustacean-like.
No, relax, man. It's just a comfortable Darkness, interrupted by the pain from your body. A telegraph far away.
Okay.
You do so many times until dim.
Okay, back out in the world, I guess. At least I'm healed up now. I was kind of worried I wouldn't be able to heal up any. Oh. Maybe I have to get up first. What? Books.
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly well organized. Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic Animal Adventures, popular depictions of man versus nature by amateur naturalists T&T Harpin, husband and wife, widely read by people from all walks of life. Who doesn't like nature? Who doesn't want to survive? Among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories, you find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp, light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
Someone's made themselves a home.
Enraged by commies.
Not that you can tell. This is a digest of someone who's dead bored. Maybe, the print in some of the...
Yeah, I will save scum that one. Plus, I didn't even need to rest, so screw it. What? I don't actually gain anything from this rest, though.
The greasy old... You face the concrete wall. There's less light there. The blanket feels cold. It's someone else's blanket.
I know.
And
No.
you.
I guess to be fair, I did just get shot a few days ago, so there is that. So, conceptualization. I shouldn't even need to smoke for this.
Books and magazines, most popular among...
Someone's made themselves a home.
Oh yes,
Yes.
Under the bed, there is a rather extensive collection of critical theory, that is,
Communist theory.
life non-affirming left-wing literature, published by small imprints such as Abattoir Firm and Ouzia. It's not exactly like...
Ouzia. I agree. Humanitarian sciences. It stands out. Not a lot of critical theory around in Ravachol West.
Your incendiary remark has failed to provoke him. Wasn't there some in the communist student's room?
Well, yes. That one student did.
The little books seem inconsequential next to the big pile of frivolous entertainment covering them.
Whoever has lived here, they have some education and a certain set of interests.
So maybe not the business people then that shot them.
Interesting. The greasy old spring match.
What's this?
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with the lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired. Downstairs, somewhere?
Kind of
Maybe
generator.
carbon. I would imagine it takes mazout. The kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves. It's been a long winter, long and cold.
If anyone
Yep.
stayed here, they'd need a generator.
I don't know. I'm not a philosopher.
That
Huh.
is his idea of a joke.
Someone who has basic electrical skills has restored it in order to keep the room warm. Maybe it's the fire guy.
The
Fire
wind
guy.
outside picks up suddenly. A hollow ring. The canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator and down into the ammo lift.
Maybe I should have, before leaving, tried beating up Kuno. I don't know why I keep saving so much when... Oh crap, oh, what's in here?
You see a small metal door nested inside a larger one. A heavy steel blast.
Another part of the island, probably. The lock looks like it could still be usable. Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
He's right. It would be better to open its big brother.
Yeah.
A powerful engine hangs under the ceiling. It must control the blast door.
I think there's a console just southeast. Let's look around. Getting the blast door open seems like the best plan.
Southeast. Guess time to go back out. Oh yeah, there's a control.
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
Insurgent Citizens Militia. It's the official name of the Communards Army. The black and white army of the revolution.
Aha.
Sounds an awful lot like.
It does. The RCM may descend from the ICM. It's
May?
impossible to say. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was more...
Nice political thoughts rush through your neocod. It's going to be hard to say them. Carrying around all that weight on a busted crutch is making you pant.
Just want to be a normal right-wing
You
police
are
force.
in a right-wing police force. Those times are long gone. No,
White Star.
an upside-down star.
With its horns in the sky, the symbol of the commune.
No, that's the uninhabited archipelago.
A DeLorean-era symbol of Insulinda, known as the face in the sea.
Looks old. What's it doing here?
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here, Lieutenant Gefreiter. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bull...
Okay. Can make out the console. Let's go all the way around. Can I even go all the way around? I do like the music the game has right now. It doesn't look like it. You know, actually, normally I would kind of shit on the game being like, hey, why can't this guy just jump this little bit? But my character is not only injured, but they're also 50. Or something around there, so... The idea that he wouldn't be able to just go through there makes sense. Or they wouldn't be able to just drop off of certain things. Maybe I have to? Am I stupid? I just have walked under there. Yeah, I'm stupid. I don't know why I thought this was a wall. What's with this one? The fact that you still get money makes me think there is going to be another store eventually. Maybe I'm not as far in the game as I thought. Definitely nearing the end, but... yeah, let's be careful about that. Mr. Dubois, be careful about falling through. What's in here? There we go. What's this? Is that a bed?
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
Uh-huh.
This looks like a good place to aim from.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns.
Who do we know that smokes cigarettes?
And an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts. The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Moteri. Contemporary Revacholians prefer Druan, a local blend from the southern islands, or Astra, the legendary cigarette from Grad. Tio Moteri is favored by older men for its paper filter tips, sweet smell, and added tar.
Could be a coincidence. Or the same person has visited Land's End and here. I didn't see any signs of smoking inside though. If people live there, they keep it tidy. This here may also be a smoking spot.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window. The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins look familiar.
On the left?
A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B.
And then on the right.
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10. The doomed commercial area.
And between the two,
the box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. You see a small fleck of white on the rooftop, the upstairs window of Clausia's room, in the snow, reflecting light.
Motherfucker.
What does that mean? Do you have line of sight to the window?
More than that.
A pair of binoculars? Or a scope of a rifle?
Yes.
You'd be prone, lying on a mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure.
Cheek against a cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger, on a calm day like this.
Good. I think we have it, Detective. The origin of the shot. This is the...
Affirmative.
Yes.
Why? We don't go everywhere in a 1,000-meter radius of the crime scene. That's not procedure.
6 people are dead. We could have
Don't
rented
beat
this.
yourself up, officer. We did not put guns in their hands or get them drunk. We will make up for it. Here. I feel it. Where?
On this
He
island.
does not answer, just nods.
We should move now.
We'll see if I need anything else to get inside that blast door before I add a point into anything. It might be useful to have that on a interfacing maybe. But I do have these gloves.
Green paint flecks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard.
The console of an antique computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out. They terminate here.
Open the door.
Urgence, ouvert, allumé, radiodiffusé. It sounds like this device was used to control the electronics here. Maybe it still does.
This device was used to control the electronics in the room. It could open the dial, slides under the glass. Silently, you make out defunct stations on the UKV frequency. The words, Feld Insula, are written on the band.
Interesting.
Insular. This is an off-air radio computer, I believe, used for military communications.
It's an air-gapped system, an off-air military model. Its circuits are nearly impossible to bend, i.e., it cannot be remote controlled. Nothing happens.
We need to restore power before using this, officer. We should look around outside. There are barrels all over.
The boat engine.
My kinema. I don't want to do that. Let's just look around.
The console stands by.
Let's get fuel, I guess. I actually do kind of like that, Kim is basically your partner through and through this. Guess we could maybe get some from the boat? I don't know. Boat's not this way, I'm stupid.
The skiff is swaying on the waves.
Yes? Excuse me? Frankly, Detective, you're in a deranged state. That's good. That's good. Some U-type?
A moment passed.
God damn it, go away, little
Yes.
thingy. Have to look elsewhere, but where else is there? Down, 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 down. Maybe there's some oil out here? Must be getting desperate. Yeah. Huh.
A strange feeling looking at the water. Maybe you should just wander off into the sea.
That's cool.
Yes, cold and still. But love is warm. Oh fuck, yes. Go there in your head. It's been days since you thought about her. Perhaps there's someone there, under the water, waiting for you.
What's Inland Empire exactly? Dreams and waking life.
Where it has always been. Smelling of tutti frutti and betrayal. In the snowing mirror of the bay, you see Martinez reflected. Tall edifices of ruins reach into the water, like shimmering towers. And the shacks too. Islets and posts.
Doom, 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 doom. Just a few bones, don't worry. I don't think there's any gas up here, but let me just check again. Oh, there's a gas can. Holy shit. I really do like the background music in this area. Dun, dun, dun. It has, you're not quite at the end yet, but you're almost kind of vibes. Savey, savey.
This the lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel
Thanks,
tank
Kim.
as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
That should do it.
All right, let's open that door.
A dim golden
It's on.
automatic. The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
After you. I don't know. Don't worry. I have a gun. I know. It was not easy to acquire.
Hey, shush that. Ding! Imagine if someone wanted to, they could go through this only putting points in like a single type of a thing. Single type. A single, intellect. It's like physique or motoric. I still don't know. Was that a bug? Because I'm not still drunk right now. Huh. Maybe it permanently raises it, I just didn't notice. Very helpful, though, that having that. White flowers, interesting. Like the one left where I thought... left in her apartment.
Yes?
It's another guy? Really?
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours, unclouded by cataracts. His eyesight is sharp.
Nice gun you got there.
Not nice. It's a piece of shit.
but it gets the job done.
Kill
It's a
McGriff.
Triangong 446.
446.
Southeast Samaran made. Exotic. Must be defunct too. No modern rifle manufacturer of that name springs to mind.
A Samaran rifle. How did you get hold of one?
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk wiped from the board.
He's right. Almost no one remembers there was a third metastasis of the world revolution in the Safre Empire, extinguished in '06.
They wouldn't like hearing their name in your mouth. Damn dog. The what now? I can't hear you. I may have. All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up the position.
Guy's voice sounds oddly robotic.
The position.
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown-up. My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit. I did.
Yep.
And you opened it. How? I should have burned that console down. Reactionary rock and roll music.
Reactionary.
Plays in water.
No, yeah, that doesn't
Told you
help.
we shouldn't play sad FM. I did.
We have entered a world where he said you shouldn't. It is the only world.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating, mental illness music.
Put the gun down.
lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down,
Put it down.
for an enemy.
It's a good line, but your voice slips on. Come on.
A big-time operator of the pederast army.
The lieutenant aims his pistol square at the man's forehead.
Put it down now, sir.
Or you're gonna blow my brains
Yep.
out before you question me. It's out of bullets.
He stares on, his wrinkled mouth moving without a sound.
What'd you
The
say?
future teaches you to be alone.
The present.
The present to be afraid and cold. Real music. Real Brilliant Cult.
Bullet cult.
That's La Revacholière, not your rock and roll misanthropy. Chanson de soldat of the black and whites.
Marching song.
The job of a shitlicker. You
Shit.
don't understand anything.
His gaze follows your motions.
Yep.
The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire. Still
it.
warm from his parched hands. Not the metal. The metal is ice cold. This weapon has been modified several times. The
Expect it
rifle's
closer.
in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangong, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
No one said it has to be a Belmagrave. We were just guessing.
From ballistics, it could easily have been a Triangong, too.
It doesn't
Yep.
matter if it was made in Shanti. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition,
Yep.
the right type and the right calibre. I wonder how old it is.
The old man does not answer. He, the old man,
Stow
keeps
it.
following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. Some kind of involuntary response. Something is slightly off with his motorics. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession.
Who are
My
you?
name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, Political Commissar of the 114th
Hey, you know-
Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army
You know
of
Renee.
the Commune of Revachol.
You're both old.
I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
There, behind them, across the Delta, the Insacom building. Coalition government in Celindian mission control.
The commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? You're a holdover from the...
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia, the army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in 07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency defense duties in 08.
Okay.
I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
No. I've been on other islands, too. I was an resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago. 43 years and 10 months.
That's steadfast.
It's not how a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
I kind of hope it's not this guy and he's a red herring, because if it's just like
What have you been doing during all this
a
time?
guy that's been out of like the main, completely uninvolved, like a whodunit, you want to be someone who's there.
Hiding, fishing, waiting. Always waiting. Always.
To shoot a
For
merc.
her to return.
Her who?
Girl, child, revolution. It won't. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic
yada.
opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
All right, BRBs. All right, we are back.
I was just 16 years old, 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too. You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism.
God damn it, I can't say anything about the Mazovian
A
socioeconomics.
second is all it took for reaction to take hold. You haven't seen it. The face of who you serve.
Communists are natural cowards. Quantity over
It's
quality.
impossible not to be afraid.
It remains unclear what it is. He makes leaps he doesn't expect you to follow.
And this was... when?
Yep.
May the 13th.
Oh, wait.
44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky, and it looked like it formed the clouds. Storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Dark magic.
Combined might of international capital, all at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower, huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room.
What then?
I ran. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers underground, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened of the ordnance all night, and the sound of the rotors in the morning, whirring.
The machine gun.
Airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too, shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
You actually almost have to be able to go back. It'd be weird for Gart to say, hey, you can stay in here whenever you like, and then not be able to use that. Well, maybe it's just like a, hey, look, he likes you now kind of thing. I don't know. Just a thought I just had kind of.
The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed.
The deed.
And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know that the bourgeois are not human.
You've lost
Now
your
is
mind.
not the time, Lieutenant Yefreter.
I had to fight it. I could not stop anymore. It's not an island, Dwat.
Drat.
It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender. The congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol. We captured it in '02, retrofitted the fort with an AA gun to defend against an airborne landing. Against the whole world. Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out on the radio they called it Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone.
I'm not one of
Sure
them.
you are. You're RCM. Answer me. Who calls an operation against 50 million people Deathblow?
Coalition military.
Iblis.
Defend the political center 7 times. Iblis.
The black-eyed angel.
Shaitan Ahura, the darkened one.
How does anyone survive? I steal.
Oh,
Now
well.
hold on there.
You're insane and grotesque. Everyone steals. Vegetables.
Not that rich guy.
supplies. It's the life of a dog.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
He does
Fun.
seem frail. Good for his age. More like 75 than 65. Trouble put...
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns. I have been running out of that stuff.
Yep.
There's nothing to look over. The triage is in. and it's black. Administer morphine. Moribund.
I feel like despite being an old guy, this guy gives me freaking Holden Caulfield vibes. Yeah, the system's all phony. You get toy guns.
I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of... I don't even know what. Inferno?
I would imagine it gets tremendously difficult, mentally, to live in isolation.
Traitors. It's better alone. I watch the people of this city turn the lights back on more and more each year. Ruins, glimmering in the dark, like a fucking merry-go-round.
What else should they do, dumbass?
It's disgusting. It was hard in the Thames. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds.
Literal dogs?
Floodlights on the water at night.
Oh, no literal dogs. That's lame. I like bloodhounds.
There were posters, campaigns.
Not as much as basset hounds, though.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Coal City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequency's dead.
How'd you get between here and the
At
mainland?
night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now.
Yeah.
I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. The propaganda bunker.
Huh.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young boys.
They killed
A lot
themselves.
of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground.
Why don't you just walk there?
The propaganda.
God damn it. Fuck, I
They
misclicked.
stole a lot of our boys. I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs, rabbits, and dogs. Men without ideals are only animals.
Shame on them for wanting to be able to live and feed their families, you know?
I do. They're good. Plenty of tar. I like that boy on the pack, too. Reminds me of the last century.
The old man looks across the water at the city, the ruins, the moat.
You're with the RCM,
Yep.
the coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol.
Bourgeois. That's right, we're the good guys.
Murderers. You're the RCM. You represent the Moralist International. The enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, le Parti Communiste Insolent. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit. Rene, the royalist on the coast, said,
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument. Traitors who should have been burned alive. I answer to the Communist Party.
Liberal reactionaries. That's a fun one.
Is that part of why you've been here all this time? Because the party didn't surrender?
He just wipes the blood from his chin.
I don't think you did. You live in a delusion. Radio shows, speed racing, and sporting goods. It's not real.
Dude, communism sucks. I'm sorry.
No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer, trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
Train commie.
Nods slowly, then another tremor.
I'm a
No,
moralist.
you're not. You're part of the meat shield. The human shield that surrounds the fascists while they kill and rape. That's what you are.
Detective, we have not come here to discuss it. We have come to ask questions.
The old man spits into the...
No, I am not like you belong to the moralist party. No, trained.
The old...
His job was to assure the army and
Yeah.
civilian control.
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a knight philosopher of the revolution.
The revolution.
Awakened from shutdown by the... He nods slowly, then another tremor.
You're a lumpen with a gun.
Detective, we have not come. We have come to.
The old man spits.
Serious
There's
question.
nothing serious in this world. I've used it for killing people.
Who?
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that.
They can be used for that. You dum-dum. Also for hunting? I mean, you're living out here. You could shoot like a deer and eat it. Or you're too stupid to butcher
I've
something.
used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war.
This guy.
Class war.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay.
Look,
Okay.
Elysium in fucking Fallout New Vegas. Jesus Christ.
This is it. You can feel it, like battery acid on the tip of your tongue. Something you haven't felt in a while. But
But what?
this is what you live for. This is
The shit.
The great serotonin jackpot. The solution. Going straight. No euphemism. No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal. Nothing comes to you. Silence. His black eyes look at you.
What did I just say?
What did I just tell you? Don't drop the ball now.
I don't want to tell you anything.
And why did you think that was a good idea?
Good job.
Don't listen to me.
The who now?
You know
He
who.
heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
You know who I
The
mean.
worm there. In the monster armor.
Yeah.
An ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol.
Exhaust him with proof. Pile it up. The gun. The murder weapon. The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember. Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing. Go with something else first.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
Right, Kim?
It's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer pistol. I've seen you prance around with that. Jumping hoops for the liberals.
I really want him to punch this guy in the face. He's such... He's that obnoxious punk guy,
You
you
look
know?
like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
We took out 3 of those guys with these toy guns.
He saw you. He's watched it happen. He would have a good view of the tribunal from here. It's not just empty. So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
You didn't handle anything. I watched it happen. You let those murderers rip right into them. Got most of them killed, even the fat one. None of those people mean anything to you. The vultures feed on this city, and you prepare the meal for them.
You're getting diverted. Pushed.
So you watched the fight? Did you like what you saw? The mayhem. It was all your doing, your plan. You got them killed.
You don't know anything.
We do.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
Dramatically.
4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. We have it. This is it. Good.
Yep.
This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Murder.
It's not murder because he's bourgeois. You fool.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
It was very nice, yes.
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession. You've been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long. You clearly need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
Shithead.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part. Just one thing remains unclear. The rifle does not seem to have a scope.
Forget about your stupid fucking scope. I don't know where it is. Find it yourself. It's your problem now.
He lost it. He just doesn't know
Good
where
job.
it is. Forget it. Push on.
Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck. Radio Gosh is right. You have worms in your brain.
This guy.
I saw
You've been here.
I'm ready.
He's practically just one thing remains unclear.
You're sad for your fascia brother, aren't you? One twig got broken. Now
Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dry.
Oh, yes.
There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. Nowhere else. Nowhere in all of Martinez have you seen them this spring. Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Classia's bedroom. Now, you got it. Remember? The boot prints were like no modern soul.
What brand of boots you got, bitch?
everything is brands with you individually.
Yeah.
Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa. Some shit.
Of course the dumb commie can't understand why this would matter.
Show me the souls, please, Mr. Dross.
Fucking imbecile.
You're an imbecile for knowing how forensics works. This
The
guy.
maker is called Sensorique, and the size is 42 to 44. These are not the unusual horizontal patterned soles you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
The size fits, but not the soul.
Sire, he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
Racking those brains, are you? Desperate to report something back to your masters? They must have really loved that dead fuck.
No, if you do things, you must be a slave. This is I'm 14 and this is
The
deep.
lieutenant
The
gives
character.
you
I
a
don't
quick
like.
sideways glance and nods to acknowledge.
Very much like Elysium, or Elysium from Fallout New Vegas.
The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes. He can't. The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, Some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance.
Yep.
You've almost got him. Just the last little push.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them.
Why'd you bring one over then, you dumb
So
fuck?
many this year, too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away. They blossom on the islets before we fertilize them with our blood. Resurrection was snow white in May before they ruined it.
Wah, wah, wah.
The coast, too, before they piled their containers on top of it, filled with broken, useless trash for fat-fingered bourgeois children to play with.
You must get around a lot to stay undetected all these years. Do you know any
Yep.
secret paths? Pinball workshops?
Of course he does.
I may. Classier.
He knows her, but hadn't heard the name.
My ears don't reach the city. With the victim.
Yeah, he's a victim when you shoot someone while they're having sex. It's kind of a victimizing thing.
There is a small tremble. Looks like a smile. A crooked smile. Yet isn't quite voluntary. He's about to burst.
I don't want to see him burst, too. Gross.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood. Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner. Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
Okay, dude.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
Okay.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you, while the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore.
You sexist pig.
I was breathing with them, in phase, and I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
Yeah.
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own.
I killed his brother, dude.
And so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
It's not murder because it's justified.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. At least he has that.
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
Creepy.
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
I'm always looking.
Why?
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
Dude's a peeping Tom.
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
He will not stop now. These dialectical materialist types
Yeah, I
never
know.
do. Exploit it. You got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift.
Them fucking. I didn't like that.
Oh, you're jealous.
Jealousy is a reactionary concept.
Dude, you're
I
exactly...
didn't like the Reaver
You're jealous.
enjoying himself, drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore.
BRB again while I pee again. Alright, we're back. Yeah, you're jealous.
And I wanted to see his head explode.
That's called envy.
That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second, writhing.
You wanted her, you
That's
creep.
all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
It's a bit weird that a game that's meant to be anti-capitalist has such a pathetic communist.
The caliber
Granted, I know you can be
does not
anti-capitalist without
do
being
that
communist,
kind
but
of
still.
damage.
Since she came to Martinez, I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still
Creepy
winter.
old man.
She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, moving.
Past the Fell building on the coast? What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there.
It's okay for him to say
She
that.
couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared. Her passport and tickets to Villiers. And from there to Cachet Brut.
Get
In
them.
the free state of Seminine, hidden away at the edge of the earth, near the Pale.
After she was gone,
So you have
Did
them.
you keep what was in it? When we found the submersible, it was empty.
no. Why would I do that? I didn't need tickets to Villiers. I'd put them back. If I wanted to extort someone, I'd do better.
I mean, so far all you've done is shoot one dude after chilling out here like a loser for 40 years, so
This implies that he's thought about extorting her.
you creep.
Also, a little inconsistency here. He was surprised to hear her name Clausia before. Would he not have seen it on the documents?
It didn't say Clausia in there. Why would I need that trash? I'm not going to Villiers.
A strange confusion comes over him from time to time. Some kind of aberration of the nervous system.
It was something. I don't remember. It was dark that morning.
I trust him.
I only
sadly.
remember her face on the photo. I did. She had a face like an archipelago with those birthmarks. And a body hard and lean and bruised all over. Black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating.
Nah, I thought it kind of creepy when you
I
said
could
it.
see who she was, too. A spook. On the run. Revachal's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
You could tell she was a spook? From the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo, and glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair. I
Bourgeois.
heard about this kind of thing on the radio.
Okay.
He's setting it up for you. The bruises, you can't make that out in a scope.
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
So you did watch her, you creep.
It quickly comes to you.
Oh, yes. Cutting those drugs of hers into little lines with a knife. Masturbating
You fucking creep.
Did you make that hole?
with a clip point knife.
So the guy who ruined everything here is a perverted old communist.
Good
Great.
for listening in, too. For hearing the moaning and the snorts.
Jeez.
Like that, too. Yes. Bending like a bow against the glass. I've been through all of Martinez. Every nook and cranny.
Did you see the dice maker?
Yes, that, too. The things they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. Funny the way light works. You turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still hunting me. I've seen people do some shit, but...
Yeah.
Those two took the cake.
Okay. I mean, like, yeah, he's fucked, but still. Like, I can maybe see
You
that.
hear the familiar scribble of the lieutenant's pen. A quick glance at you.
This game has such good, not quite dialogue, but like descriptions. They're the familiar scribble. That's very good.
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop.
Strong arm his way through, of course.
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty.
You had to open the steel door in the kitchen? How?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago.
God damn
He
it.
left spare keys all over, and I took one. Then I saw her turn the light on one night in my scope.
If I play through this game again, which I think I will, I might try and let Ruby survive. The torture device thing is very bad, but at the same time, this guy is kind of the worst.
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough.
Yeah.
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stones dripping with water. Is he crying?
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know.
Not quite weakness.
Yes, over the years. It's not unproletarian to feel something. No,
Why then?
I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, in the corner of her room on the floor, like she does sometimes. The day after I killed him. Yes, I don't know why I do the things I do anymore.
You wanted to console her, dude.
Maybe. I told you, I have holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here waiting for you.
Alright.
If you came 10 years ago, I would have killed you.
In the silence, the lieutenant draws a line in his notes, then nods at you once more.
It wasn't even really about the revolution. It was about him being fucking butthurt that he wasn't getting laid. Jesus.
Her.
The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement.
Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days.
She left. You shoot someone, of course you're gonna leave, you dumb fuck.
Safe and sound, sire. Surely you have not misplaced the witness.
Gone. I knew it. She kept staring into the scope this last week at the island, like she knew.
She did know.
She'd look at night, crying or smoking on the roof, staring right into me. It doesn't matter.
You fucker.
He knew she knows. She was looking at the island, figuring it out, day by day, cigarette by cigarette.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Who knows what he's seen and done over the years?
Good point.
Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
Ding!
A tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
Rentiers, they are as low down as prostitutes, let me just tell you.
A
Obviously.
strange little engine seems to fire up at him again. It straightens his back. The familiar put, put, put of hatred.
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house.
What's a charnel?
Stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst.
If. Where bones are buried? Not good.
Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite
Not
thing
everyone,
to
but a
do
few.
in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins. In their lorries. Pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92.
I don't know,
Race
man.
this,
Like,
race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
okay, Measurehead probably has steroids. I don't know if the fat guy has any steroids. It doesn't seem like he would.
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class.
Don't interrupt.
Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins.
Okay.
In tents, like animals, like those boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs. The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting
Oh, yeah.
porcelain
Choice.
men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform.
Well, he's
throwing
dead.
balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Kwayamorang, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children.
Kind of Alex Jonesian a little bit there at that point.
That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children.
Exactly, right there, see?
Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt, Frisell, is now dead.
Alright, now.
We did good when we pushed him under the horse car. Until, in the 30s, those
This
disco
fucker
balls.
rambles on so much.
The disco
Slurp.
whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center. There was something about a statue and nihilistic advertising agency people. Might be worth investigating.
Whores.
Okay.
Syphilis is a disease Philippe III contracted in a whorehouse. The bacteria entered his brain and made him squander trillions on sparkling wine,
I'd believe it.
cocainum, and monuments of himself. His son, Philip IV, the Insane, contracted syphilis in the womb.
That is technically possible, although Philippe III was not actually syphilitic. He was just mad.
And he still went on to govern Revachol for 25 years. We lost 2 million lives toppling that mode of government. And those grotesque statues, too. Hundreds of them.
So there.
What a keen remark. Yes, it is, isn't it? It's still there. Do you know why? No. Cynical design cockroaches like you erected a new, ironic version of it. We tore it down with honest, working-class plastic explosives. But there it is again, grinning.
This guy.
Art is a bourgeois establishment. It's an affront to humanity. Every gallery should be bulldozed, and the artists should all be given 30 years of hard labor in Yekokata.
Spoken like a true commie bastard.
Wait, the bullet hole in Philippe's heart. The statue had been shot. That was him. It had to be. He's already proven capable of taking a far more complicated shot from here.
I did. A needless, sentimental gesture. I should have spared the bullet for a deformed monster of liberal capitalism. Shameful, really.
Okay.
Yes, shameful. So many others to punish over the years. Isn't that right, detective?
The fat union man let them put it there.
Aha.
Corrupt as he is. Probably got a fat check for it, too. Shared with the law.
Yeah, maybe.
He keeps having opinions about the union's leadership.
Another hideous disappointment. Unions are the real enemy. The true enemy of the proletariat. Placating the masses.
Sure.
Disappointment. So personal. He displays a familiarity with the union's top brass.
That deformed toad? I wouldn't expect him to wipe
That's
his own ass.
not nice.
I mean, the brains of the operation. The smart one.
Oh, the other Claire.
Edgar.
He talks a big game about
Everyone's not
uprising
stupid.
and social base. They must have sent the smart one to some university in Le Jardin, where it's alienation this and hegemony that. First against the wall with him.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time. Nothing happens in Martinez without them knowing.
Of course. Maybe the Clears asked him to.
I haven't approached anyone. I hid. It was Edgar who came to me.
Fuck.
How did he know you were here?
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf.
I know.
He figured it out. Some kids told him about a monster on the island. I told you, he has brains. Stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I even kept the door open for him. Thought he was a man of the left. Wouldn't rat me out.
Good one.
I was right about one of those things. 20 years ago. Neither of them could walk now, could they? They were less fat then.
Just being fat over being what you are right now. Yeah.
That's around the time the Clears came to power.
Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I were a fossil in a uniform. Offered platitudes about the struggle. Flaunted his pink degree. Even quoted Mazov.
That sounds just about right, yeah.
Never trust a social democrat who quotes Mazov. Oh, and charity, too. They love their charity. Offered me blankets and social housing. I still have the gas cooker he brought. Let me be here.
Yep.
The ZOC is an unlawful successor of the Commune of Revachol. We took this
Unlawful
fortification
is a
from the
good...
loyalists. Even the Clares understand this.
Unlawful. Come on.
They let him be here. Understanding was a courtesy. But why such a courtesy?
You know why I killed that fucker, Dwat. As to Edgar, I'm not doing anything for that swine again.
Fine.
Again? What have you done for Edgar before?
Good point, Kim.
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick. We parted ways.
Okay, he didn't do the hanged man for them. But he's insinuating something. There is more here. You can feel it. He was not outright lying, but almost.
Every fucking morning for 34 years. Throwing that ball. One ball against the other. I've always loathed that game. That is not a working class game. I don't care what they say on Radio June.
It's a game, dude. Come on. Chill.
Royalist ghouls played like it was life itself.
Click, clack.
Clack across the water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I won't even mention that he's a traitor to his race. A patank maniac race traitor. I remember him.
What?
I remember him from La Noce. Not him, personally. His make and model. There were tens of thousands of them. I thought we took them all out before the Liberals came to their rescue. We missed one.
Uh-huh.
That one.
There doesn't seem to be a single person under the pine today. Not even Gaston. Alone.
No one's there, dude.
Fat and plump. Like a pheasant. Just begging to be popped off. Please, Mr. Truss. Shoot me.
Fuck you.
Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair on his medals, right on his face, and just fiddle the trigger. Think about it. Let the bomb melt in my mouth.
Save the treat for later?
He is a juicy bonbon, that one. A real treat for the black day. The blackest. When I put that gun in my own mouth, I think, no, don't waste it. Put this lead in that cock, Rene. For the boys he killed. And then I look at him throw those balls, and I suddenly feel
Did you like balls, maybe?
better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one for him. Haven't seen him around lately, strutting around. Must be down with arthritis. I hope it hurts like hell. I hope he sweats blood. Huh, yes, of course. I hope it hurts like hell. I hope he sweats blood. Must be torture. Not to be throwing his balls for a whole week.
He isn't actually arthritic, you dumb fuck.
He seems relieved. Could he have been worried for him?
Maybe.
He reminds him of himself. The same hatred. The same. You try to think of another thing, but no. It's just the hatred.
Yes, where is he? No. I waited too long. I waited too long and now he's dead?
I'm sorry, Mr. Dross. I understand you knew him for a long time.
They're all dead now. Fuck it.
If he really wanted to kill him so bad, he would have done. There must have been 1,000 black days on these islands. His health ailing.
You cared about him.
All human beings care about each other. I cared for seeing his head explode. Now, God damn
Yeah,
it,
but chance of killing
I blew
fucker.
them all. You think I haven't seen people die? It's all I've seen them do. Fuck and die. All the other plans we had. To love. To colonize the Pale. It's all fucked.
It doesn't look like he is, okay? The connection comes to you like a splash of cold water.
Hey.
He acknowledges it. Here we go. A twist behind the dark bend.
Who ran things?
That bourgeois cow. Tiffin Holly was her name. Licked the rich man's hand every time he came to town. Never seen a labor leader so hot on mutual cooperation.
So?
And money. She liked that too. That Holly was a real bridge builder and a deal maker.
And you don't like women, do you?
She was. And she was real soft on those money men. Had a Barbara Muskova bag over her shoulder that she liked to bring to work. Called in, they say, on the eve of battle. Ran away. Vanished like a piss stain.
Dude, you're a piss stain.
No, that's not quite it.
Did she? They say her daughter called in, not her personally. But that wasn't really her daughter, was it?
No, I guess it was not. She couldn't make the call herself.
Why not?
Here it is. The bend in the river.
Because she was dead.
Oh, sorry.
Just say nothing.
The cow caught a bullet in her right lung. Fell into the canal grasping her tit and drowned. Or bled? Hard to say. She was going home, waddling, dressed in yellow, drunk like she often was. The ruins were black around her, and she had a yellow leather bag under her arm. She tried to cross the canal, heading home to Grand Couronne or Betancourt, someplace like that, where they build those new bâtiments for the people who flourish in the hell around her, and the ruins.
If there's no manipulation of this guy's voice, like the voice actors, I'll be kind of impressed. It really does sound like it's being filtered somehow.
Be abstract here. A bit of drama.
Huh. It was someone. Someone shot her. Or maybe she just fell. I get these violent
I
ideations.
hate this guy.
My memory is filled with holes.
Hate.
Especially the 30s. All I know is nothing changed. Not in the material base. Not
This
in
guy.
the hegemony. There was no uprising. Just words. The Union fizzled. Sogged. Nothing came of it. Nothing.
Okay.
Edgar didn't keep his part of the deal.
Huh.
If you were to testify to this, give the RCM something on Edgar, you could walk.
No,
We would
one
strike
walk.
everything you've done and process you as a POW. You were in a war. You were on assignment. We could even extradite you to the Samaran People's Republic.
Kim, fucking no.
A degenerate worker state. Goat shit. No, thank you. I'm Revacholian. My days are short. I will rot away here. I saw it happen, and I liked it. That's all I have to say. I didn't live and fight for 40 years to end up as a collaborationist.
Fuck, this guy keeps
I
going
read it
on. Jesus
Channel 8,
Christ.
40 a.m., Radio Revachol, late night. Everyone is a blobber in this world. Everyone betrays everyone. They're all already locked up for betrayal. The best ones, the ones with heart, were slaughtered, trampled.
No.
Glad we talked about what?
His lip curls.
Glad we talked about what?
What strikes you about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain,
Huh.
or the cough, or the man. Indeed,
Okay.
he speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, despite the cough, is there. It is capable of expressing complicated ideas. Above all, he seems animated.
By what?
It's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures, thought processes cut off like threads, as he just stares at the logs or the reeds. He also suffers mood swings, bubbling to the surface, unconstrained by his nervous system.
I mean, could it be dementia? Maybe.
You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different. When his thoughts move, they are lucid, keen even, not senile.
No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
To be fair, yeah, the shitting blood part, yeah, he's not okay.
There it is again. Erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course.
In reverse.
But you said I would be taken to the...
I don't fucking care, bitch.
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But... No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead.
We're going to shoot him, aren't we?
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
There it is again. To your north, as it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper, stalks rubbing against each other. But then, in the middle of it,
Don't shoot us.
something completely different. It sounds like a bow, very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin. A very small violin, made of reeds and rushes.
Don't kill Kim.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat. What?
What are you talking about? Is this...
Your skin crawls.
He's gonna get shot, isn't he? Is the Phasmid what?
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
1 second. Here we again. Alright, we're back. What's it? God damn it. It's real. Thank God. Why did the game make this apart? Okay, I know I just got back, but we're done for now. It's been almost, yeah, it's 2 hours. We'll get back at this tomorrow. I might be on Civ or Overwatch in a bit, but until now, bye. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe.